So witness encounter. Witness encounter is honestly fairly simple compared to the fourth encounter. Ideally, what you want is have, say, 3 people. Could do more, could do less, but I think 3 is a good standing ground for us. First things first, in the chat, somebody type this out. It'll help so much. Yellow, sphere, up. Red, square, side. And green, or green, I suppose, triangle, down. What this corresponds to is 3 things. The direction on the right is the direction from which the hand is coming from. The hand can either come down from above, the hand can either be going up, or the hand can either be going to the side. This tells you what their attack is. The hand that comes up spawns a sphere on the ground, or a circle on the ground, rather. This is similar to the second encounter, right? You had those circle AoEs. The down hand, that's what you saw right at the start of the game, at the raid. You had those triangle AoEs around. The side arm shoots out line AoEs, which you had experienced for the first time in the third encounter. Now, for the colors, yellow, red, green, the color indicates what you need to get. This will make sense in a minute. What we did is we had 3 people, and we assigned them 1 person to the up arm, 1 person to the side arm, 1 person to the down arm. So in our run, I was focused on the up arm. However, the person on the side arm, which was 1 man, and the person on the down arm, which was UG, they were doing the exact same thing as me, but just for a different arm. So let us start the encounter. There's going to be a bunch of ads, but this is for mechanics, right? So, right at the start, I am the up arm guy. So, I'm looking for the arm that is up. I see it over here on the right. That means that its circle AoE should ideally be somewhere around it. Sometimes it gets wonky and places it on the other side, but it should be somewhere nearby. I see the circle AoE over here. I'm going to run into it. You can shoot the arm bands on the arm only when you are in the AoE that they cause. That is why we say up arm makes circles or spheres. I'm going to run into this and shoot it. Now, it only takes like 1 or 2 bullets. So it breaks the shackle. And I see that it is red. For a split second, I saw that it was red. I know that the red corresponds to the side arm and a square. It's more important about the side arm. The square comes in later on. So I am looking for the side arm now because I have to get red. Or rather the red buff, which is the square buff. So I'm here for the square. I think UG also needs it. You stand within the AoE telegraph. Ideally, you don't get knocked by a weaver like I'm about to here. But if you stand in it for long enough, you will get the corresponding buff. The side one gives hexagonal, the up one gives spherical, the down one gives pyramidal. But honestly, you don't need to worry about the names of the buffs. Just that's why we go off of the side arm. So if I see a red armband, I need to know to go into the AoE of the side arm. So you'll see here, once I get hexahedron resonance, that's a mouthful, I run up. Now that I have this hexahedron buff, I can damage that red armband. It's not red anymore, but when I walk into that AoE, I will shoot it. It'll initially break the armband and then instantly break the red skin underneath. So I stand in, I shoot it, and that instantly gives me Glyph Breaker. Now, UG and 1 man are doing the exact same thing, but for their respective ones. So you saw at one point earlier there in the AoE, UG was standing with me. He probably shot his downwards arm, which is somewhere over here, making triangles, and he probably also saw red. I don't know what 1 man's getting. But once the 3 of us have our Glyph Breakers, we're going to come into the middle here and shoot these buttons. You can shoot them from anywhere. The reason we're shooting them on the middle platform here is because when you break a glyph, the middle platform cleanses anybody's resonance. And we're doing this just for safety's sake. Now, what happens is, every single time you break a button with Glyph Breaker, it spawns a stasis subjugator on the right and a strand subjugator on the left. Now, the reason why we're doing it 3 at a time is because now they can't spawn multiple sets at once. So only 1 will spawn on each side, and then we'll do it again a second time So we only have to face 2 sets. So it says that there's 3, but only 1 set spawn. I'm initially instantly already good doing this again. So I saw a circle AoE, I took the time to do it. I should be helping out my teammates by killing the subjugator, but I have faith in them. So I'm in the circle AoE. I'm shooting the up arm. I see that it is green. I don't, like, technically speaking, you see a shape as well, but it's on like the other side, but it's rotating around. But I just know green is triangle. So I need to get into this triangle AoE here. It just went away. Sucks to suck, but here I use my linear to just help with that. I know that the triangle is going to be somewhere here because I know the down arm is here and I just saw the triangle telegraph. You can see it's over there. I think it was over here. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to run into this triangle. Wait to get pyramidal resonance. And here's the thing. You just saw at the corner of your eye that up arm went back down. This, more often than not, will reset it when it reappears. So I'm thinking, oh man, mine changed. This is okay. You can still just redo it again. So I'm going to get in the circle and I shoot it again. Now, okay, we were lucky and it worked. Now, here's the thing. When you break an arm, it can trigger the wipe mechanic. The way you know is obviously it says the witness tests you, and 2, when you break an arm, it will glow. So I actually broke the arm at the same time one man broke his arm here. However, mine is not glowing orange. You can actually see on the left here, the side arm is completely orange. So one man will tell us he was the one that broke the arm. He broke a side arm, which means here is where the shapes come into play. We need to carve out a square. So, you can see the witness tests you. So I'm going to come back here and we're going to carve out a square out of this. And there you go. Square. To show you what shapes they are. So you're going to have a square, which is red, again, color-coded. Triangle is like this. You want to shoot everything except these. And then circle is, it's not really a circle, but use your imagination. Circle is these. So once you correctly carve out the shape, listen for the twinkle in his eyes. That is the sign of the wipe. There. And you jump over it. That's it. The floor is lava. We go back to our usual stuff. I have Glyph Breaker. One man has Glyph Breaker. I think we're just waiting on Yuji to get Glyph Breaker. And I think we're all saying, up, all of us have it. Let's head to damage. And I think this is either it or somebody couldn't get theirs in time. I think Yuji was having trouble. But again, look at how much time we have. This does spawn another set of subjugators, but that's okay. We were just doing that because we were worried about dying to having too much resonance. So I'm just gonna start like running around, and just in case Yuji can't get his in time, I'm gonna do another set. I think the AoE expired by then, so I'm like, okay, I'll just get it another time. And there it is on the left, so I'm gonna miss that one as well, but I think it's fine because Yuji will get his, or that arm goes away. I think I'm just doing ads now because I think, yeah, we know that Yuji has his. He's gonna break the last one. Now, this might not be optimal because this does spawn a set of tormentors. Or tormentors, that'd be crazy. Omens on the left and right again. But it's fine. We're now DPS phase. The platform rises up above. And yeah. So, how do I explain this? Do damage. Whenever he does a telegraphed AoE, you can see here, he is attacking the front right half of it. I'm going to move out of it. And the thing is, he always does it in pairs. So he's just attacked the front right. He's about to attack back left. So after we do this, I'm immediately going to go back into where he just attacked. That is now the safe zone. And we're going to keep on doing this. And look at this. He's about to have a brain blast. What that means is he's about to do a floor attack as well as his arm attack here as well. You can see it on the right side. His right arm is about to hit the back right. So I know to move to the front left. After this, I'm going to move to the back right and jump over it. Or I just tank it like a boss, I guess. I don't know. Pro tip. Linear fusion rifle. You can just hip fire this. I think I realize it now. I'm like, oh, I can just hip fire this. Hang on a second. And you have a much better field of view. He's about to do a brain blast, and he's about to hit the front right here. So get ready to jump when you hear that twink. Jump over. And AoE again. I'll admit, by the way, this isn't... Oh, this is actually not bad damage, but like, we did wipe here. But that is essentially it. That's one phase down, and it's literally just rinse and repeat. So you're going to want to do, essentially, the first phase. I'm not going to bore you with repeating it over and over again, also because we didn't clear. But essentially, what you saw in the first phase, that's pretty much it. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So again, typing this out really helps out a lot. Have 3 people, dedicate 1 person to an up, a side, and a down arm. You stand in the AoE of their attack, shoot the armband, see what color it gives. Go to the arm that will give you the buff and stand in that AoE. Once you have the correct color AoE, you can go back to your original arm, stand in the telegraph again, and then shoot the armband. That will give you Glyph Breaker. And if your arm glows yellow when you break it, just know that that means that you have to carve out the shape associated with your arm. Not your buff, your arm. So if one of mine glowed yellow as I shot it, we would have had to cut out that sphere shape. Yeah, that's basically pretty much the encounter.